decision that we decided to make for our PSA was to make it funny, and a lot of the things that we looked at online had funny main characters or funny like scripts and stuff like that. So we decided that it would work to our benefit just since ours was a little more simple. Like it was like the PSA itself was a simple subject, so we decided that making it humorous and incorporating music to meet that goal would work to our benefit. We also decided that having a funny main character would make people more like receptive to what we had to say and just like listen better, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So something that I think could have been revised is me personally, my opinion on our subject of the sub is that I think it was a very easy thing to do, and it was very simple, and I guess I just like a little more of a challenge, and I thought it was just like the kind of obvious choice. So I would have liked to do something that, not everyone would think of, a subject that everyone would be like, oh yeah, like I didn't really think of that, but that's a good idea, that kind of thing. Working in a group, I feel like was a bit of a challenge. I feel like my personality is a little more dominant, so it's hard for me to trust that other people are doing what they're doing, and a lot of times I found myself just, I guess, double checking everyone and like not trusting that they knew what they were doing. So I guess that kind of made it hard. And there were, certain people that I guess were slacking a little bit, and the rest of us kind of had to like make up for what they didn't do. So that was kind of hard to overcome. But overall, it was, it was not a bad experience. For the most part, everyone did their job and was very helpful and found resources. And I myself wasn't a part of the filming because I had to work that day, but just like everyone else did a really good job filming, and then I did editing, and we all met up, and it was not a bad experience. For our PSA, we decided to develop the sub problem rather than the flyers because, like I said earlier, it was an easier thing to identify what the problems and solutions were, and it was just more of a clear, like straightforward answer as to like this is what the problem is, this is what we need to fix. It was just easier to do it that way. Work for us was putting humor into our report rather than just reciting the information. We felt that people would be more responsive to it and they would receive it better rather than just sitting there and like listening or reading something. So that really worked for us. What didn't really work was the communication, I guess, within our project. So not really anything on the project itself, but we did kind of have a hard time communicating with each other, and not everyone was available at the same time. So that was kind of just a difficulty that we had to overcome. But in the end, it worked out, fine. So. Something I would have done differently, I guess, would just have it be an individual project, which I know is kind of hard to do as a video report because you do need a lot of members to do that. Um, it was hard for me to, like I said, earlier in the video, that it was hard for me to trust that other people were doing their job, and if it was an individual project, I would be able to know, like, this is what I need to do, I need to get it done, and it's going to be done the right way if I do it myself. So I guess that's really the only thing I would change. Not, I mean, I think our actual project came out really well, so I wouldn't really change anything about that, but just kind of the backside of it and like the behind the scenes stuff, I guess. I think one of the slows that we really as a group and me individually have progressed on is slow A, which is the rhetorical situation and genre. Um, just this class in general, I feel like I've mentioned this in my other reflections, is that this class isn't really a traditional, writing class for me. I'm really used to just writing papers and having teacher, like just the teacher grade the paper, not really anyone else seeing that. This class has really taught me that there are other situations that writing can be applicable to. And this project especially, I haven't really had an opportunity to use video that much to communicate just through school or anything else. So I think just the fact that it was a video kind of helped me progress the genre part and how important it is to have different mediums and different ways to communicate with different people. Going off what I just said is that there are so many other mediums out there rather than just writing. And in the real world, you have to use a lot of those. It's not going to be writing papers when you're in a job. I mean, I guess for some jobs it is, but for a majority of them, it's going to be, presentations, and some jobs videos, some jobs, photo essays if you're a reporter. There's just so many other things out there that traditional English classes don't teach you. And another thing I really kind of took away from it is the group effort type thing. And like, I'm sure this isn't going to be the last time I'll have to work in a group project, and I'll have to, suck it up and just, take a back step and like let everyone do their thing and just kind of trust that they're going to do it. And so I guess it's just a learning experience for me, and maybe next time I'll be a little less aggressive, I guess. I don't know. My reflection of the project as a whole, it really wasn't a bad experience. There were some things we had to overcome, some difficulties and obstacles, but overall I think our project came out really well. I'm really proud of it, and I look forward to doing another project like this in the future.